Welcome, children of light. My name is Eva, and you've tuned into the Phoenician Star. I want to begin by taking 4 deep breaths just to ground the energy. Take this time to open up just a little bit so that I can connect with your energy and give you any advice that you need to hear. We'll begin in through the nose and out through the mouth. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm sensing that someone has some tension in their pelvic muscles. Um, as a master Reiki practitioner, I don't like doing readings solely. Um, I'm an avid believer that Reiki helps. I've seen it work in not only my life but the lives of those that come to me for assistance. And so during the reading, I am going to open a Reiki channel of healing. You can choose to accept the energy by just saying I accept, by nodding your head, or just opening up and allowing the energy to flow to you. Or if you don't want this energy, it'll just kick off of you and go to someone else in the universe who needs it. Reiki is a universal healing energy. It can meet you exactly where you are to work on all levels, to help you release the things that no longer serve you and heal physically, mentally, emotionally, all that good stuff. So before I start pulling cards, I am going to go ahead and open that channel. Good. It's open. I will close it at the end of the reading. I don't really have anything in particular that I want to talk about. I don't have any topics. I'll just see what comes out. Okay. A lot of cards fell out, but this is a small deck that I'm using, so I am going to use all of them. You're being forced to make a decision. And by forced, I mean you are being, I want to say a term that I don't know. Hopefully I don't get flagged for it. I'm really hearing the term pussyfooting. I've heard, the older generation say that. But really all you're doing is, maybe up until this point, you have been dragging your feet. You've been indecisive about maybe where you want to go, what you want to do, and you are being compelled to make a move. Sometimes we blame God and the devil for things that we can't control. If something turns out bad or something doesn't go our way, we say, oh, that was the devil, when really it was the fact that we just made a bad decision. If something happens and and we feel like it's out of our control, we say, well, God knew what he was doing, but maybe, you just need to make a different type of decision. We have to stop blaming otherworldly entities. We have to stop blaming the higher power for things that we have control over. You can make your own decisions. You can do what it is that you need to do for your life, and you're being pulled to make that decision. Um, hmm, Give me just a second. Yeah, that's really when all of the cards fell out. I'm not on camera, but I'll tell you that there were 5 cards that fell out, and it was the World, the Emperor, the High Priestess, the Magician, and the Chariot card. Now, if you're familiar with tarot, if any of those cards resonate with you, then maybe you can comment down below, or even if you want to keep it to yourself, that's fine. What do those cards mean to you? Have you been seeing them a lot lately? I'm getting a sense that you've been seeing a lot of synchronicities. Like the number 2 keeps showing up, the number 4 keeps showing up, the number 8 keeps showing up. Um, you keep seeing things repeating. I'm even sensing someone who either they keep saying the same thing and they're not realizing it, or I'm actually sensing someone in conversation with other people and they'll say something to you, and a few minutes later they'll repeat themselves. There's something to be said about this High Priestess card. Okay. You need to open yourself up. I was having a conversation with someone a few days ago, and it was based on a book that I'm reading, and it's called Becoming Supernatural by Dr. Joe Dispenza. And in it, he's saying how much of your life is routine and how much of your life is open to the supernatural. If you are so closed up and so closed in and just really strict on your routine, that you're not allowing and opening yourself up for supernatural activity. That doesn't mean ghost hauntings. That means like you want good things, you want good surprises to come into your life. You want to walk down the street and find a couple of $100, and it doesn't. You can't visibly see that it belongs to anybody in particular. You want good things to happen to you. You want to get that promotion. You want to meet your person. You want good things to happen, but if you're so stuck in your ways that you can't open yourself up to the supernatural, to good things, to mystical things happening in your life, then they're never going to happen. You've got to live your life in between worlds, and as hard as that is for us children of light, I feel like this is something that has to be done. We have to live in a position to where we walk with our feet firmly planted on the ground, but our head is somewhat in the clouds. I can't put it any other way. We have been taught that for everything that happens, you have to fight for it. Oh, you got to fight, you got to press, you got to push, you got to keep going. And in an overall essence, that is completely true. But we're getting to a time where this is collective energy, where we cannot push, we cannot force, we cannot fight. We can't meet violence with violence unless you're in a fight for your life, and hopefully no one is. But you are getting to a point where collectively we are going to have to surrender and choose not to be enemies with people, choose not to be enemies mainly with ourselves. A lot of us fight ourselves. A lot of us, we're our own worst enemy. We're our worst critic. We continuously downgrade and downplay our gifts and abilities, and we're getting to a point where we can't do that anymore. We have to offer ourselves as well as other people compassion. If you want everything to fall into place, if you want this tower to not really fall but to reconstruct itself, then you have to meet it with a kind and nurturing energy. Everything has a cycle, and this cycle is one of kindness. This cycle is one of tenderness. This cycle is one of love. Your decision has to be, to whatever choice that you make, you move with love. Whenever you're about to do something for yourself, make a decision for yourself and say, this is what I want to do with the rest of my life. Is this something that you're going to love doing? Is this something that is going to nourish your soul as well as, pay your rent? If you're about to if you are about to discipline, your children, your students, I'm sensing an instructor or a teacher somewhere, viewing. Um, is this going to be done out of anger, or is there a way for you to discipline and put down that foundation and boundaries and teach people about consequences in a way that reflects love? Some people, I'm going to be honest, someone is dealing with someone who needs discipline, but really all they need is a hug. Now you need to be discerning. You don't need to go up and hug a snake, a snake in person or in form, but somebody really just needs a hug instead of, a spanking, instead of, you know, verbally assaulting someone, instead of saying, why are you like this? Why do you do this? What is wrong with you? Instead of using such harsh words, maybe that person or even maybe you need a hug. This is a lot of nurturing energy. You've got to, I'm going to say it how it's coming. You've got to play it like a woman. And that goes to my fellows who are listening too. You have got to sit back and attract good things to you. You've got to be nurturing. You've got to be calm. You've got to, how can I put that? A lot of people think that women, I've heard so many bad things about women through the ages, even looking back on ancient texts and old literature. Women are portrayed as very sneaky, very conjuring, very sinful creatures. And I'm not going to say that we're not, but I will say that all human beings are like that. But in this sense, what I mean is you've got, if you are going to be sneaky, if you're going to be cunning, then you've got to you do it in a way that reflects love. You've got to love people in secret, because some people naturally will not allow you to love them. They're too confrontational. They're too used to toxicity. They're too used to poison being in their life. And if you get too close to them, they'll poison you. So you have to love people from a distance and love them in a very sneaky fashion. Um, I'm seeing someone beginning to meditate on their loved ones using, I believe it's, forgive me if I say this wrong, Ho'oponopono, but that's like some, I can't remember where it comes from. I want to say the Pacific Islands, but I may be wrong. You guys can correct me on that. But it's a meditation that basically just means, hey, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Forgive me. I love you. Thank you. Even if you're not sorry, just apologizing for the way that things are and meditating on that. You can look it up, because I know I'm not explaining it in a fully rounded way, but I'm seeing somebody like meditating on family members that way. I'm seeing somebody meditating on a spouse that way, and just trying to make peace with what is. Um, that's what I mean by loving somebody in a sneaky way, because you can't really go up to some people because they're kind of too far gone at this point. But overall, what I really mean is that you've got to open up and be nurturing. You've got to attract instead of chase, and that does mean the fellas watching too. We've got to stop being so critical of ourselves and each other. Um, I'm sensing someone who has such a harsh inner critic. It's like you, when you need help, you talk about yourself. Yeah, oh, why can't I do this on my own? What's wrong with me? I'm not this, I'm not that. Instead of just admitting, hey, I'm human, this is something I can't do on my own, I need the help. When you make a mistake, it's like, I'm stupid. How did I mess that up? What's wrong with me? I'm not fit to be within this company. Everybody makes mistakes. Sometimes your bosses harp on you a little bit more than probably what they should, but you need to understand that it's because they're not healed. They're not coming from a feminine state, a fully healed feminine state. That's why they're on you like that. They have a feminine wound. But you've got to be more nurturing with yourself. You've got to choose love. somebody wants justice for something that was done not to them but for someone else. It's like you witnessed a crime or you witnessed an injustice and you want kind of not really repercussions, but you want this person to stop taking advantage of somebody else. You need to understand that not everybody is like you. Not everybody is good natured and good hearted like you. That there are sons of darkness in the world, there are daughters of darkness in the world, and they are active. Um, and also, in this regard, whoever I'm speaking to, you will don't wish anything bad on anybody else, because karma is at play, and it's not waiting, years, or it's not even waiting till the next lifetime to get people back. It's now, like it's here, like whatever you put out into the world is coming right back on you. So whatever people do, let them deal with their own karma, and you stay focused on you, and you make sure that you're on the straight and narrow path. A lot of you are you may be feeling tired or groggy or like kind of stuck, and I'm feeling like somebody's muscles, somebody's cells are they're craving sunlight. So maybe take your walk, maybe go and step outside, and just kind of stretch within the sunlight so that you can get the for lack of a, I don't know what it is, the nutrients that your body needs from the sun. This is really coming out big in this reading, having to surrender and welcome in love, welcome in tenderness. Well, begin to nurture the things that you love, the things that you care about, the people that you care about. I'm even seeing somebody nurturing and talking sweet to their plants. Okay. Now, either you're thinking this or people are going to think this about you. It's like, is this person, is this person a fool or what? You can't meet everybody with love. You have to match energy. You have to keep that same energy. That's a waste of time. So if you're matching energy with everybody, that means that everybody can pull you out of your center they can pull you up, they can pull you down, they can pull you left, right, all different directions, and then you're no longer who you are. Don't match energy. You operate from a place of love, and that's it. If someone is mistreating you, then you get away from them, but stop matching energy. The only time that you need to match energy the only time that you need to match energy is if you're in a physical fight for your life. And I'm speaking of that, but I don't see that happening to anybody. But I'm just saying, in worst case scenario, the only time you need to match energy is if you're in a fight for your life. Stop allowing people to pull you, hither and yon. Be yourself through it all. Even if someone is rude to you, you remain you. Be a light, be a reflection. They will blind themselves. I'm getting the sense of a supernova. Like some of these star beings, these children of light, um, Some of you guys have imploded or exploded. I can't remember the exact definition of a supernova, and me and my son were just talking about it the other day. But for some reason during this reading, I can't remember. But I'm getting the sense of a star that has either imploded or exploded. And this isn't a bad thing. This is actually a good thing. It's like you have exploded and bits of your stardust have gone far and wide, and everyone can see you. Everyone can see that you, for one, are not to be meddled with, that you are a light being, that you are good, that you try your best to do the right thing, that you have star quality, that you're going places, that you're growing, you're learning, you're healing. It's like you're all over the place in a good light. You're so bright and colorful. It's I wish that I could take a picture of what's inside my mind so that I could show it to you. You guys are absolutely beautiful right now. Okay. Now, while that's the end of that deck, I would really like to pull from another. Let's see. Did I choose the wrong deck or did I talk to myself a lot. Hold on, I got it. Yeah, the High Priestess card has come out again. And the Queen of Cups. Pay attention to your intuition. There are there are there are spirits, your ancestors, your guides, something is trying to get in contact with you, and I'm so glad I said that. Earlier this morning, I was getting messages from the ancestors, and that's actually the reading that I wanted to do. So bear with me. Let me pull that deck out so I can see what you guys' ancestors wanted to say. I'm not going to make it a separate reading. Bear with me. Okay. Do you have a message for the children of light? What do you need them to see, hear, observe? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, 3 different decks, and the High Priestess has come out in all 3 decks. Please pay attention to synchronicities. Please pay attention to repeating numbers, repeating phrases, repeating thoughts, repeating dreams. I am even seeing somebody see the same color car pass by several times. Pay attention to that. I'm not really. It can mean different things to different people. I'm sorry. Slow down, please. Um, it can mean different things to different people. You should probably research what the number means that you keep seeing, the shadow aspect as well as the light aspect. Research what certain colors mean if you're seeing a repeating color. Research the meaning of dreams. Do research on what you're seeing. See if it resonates. Take what resonates with you, leave the rest. But there are a lot of things it's repeating. It keeps coming to you again. It's like, look at me, I'm right here, I'm right here. Someone is trying to steal the family fortune for some of you. Some of this is actual money for some of you. Someone is stealing your family or trying to steal your family's money. For some of you, this is your soul DNA, your spiritual gifts. Someone wants what it is that you have that has been passed down. For some of you, people are jealous of the fact that you operate from a place of love, that you maybe come from a loving family, that maybe you were able to heal and release and let go. Someone is very jealous, and someone kind of wants to bargain and get or sneak or manipulate and get what it is that you have. That is a message from your ancestors. I'll pull some more and see if there's anything else. Someone wants to see you in poverty. There are some energies working against you. Someone sees you as a favorite of the gods, or the favorite, at work, the favorite among the family. Someone is jealous because you have a mate who is kind of caring for you and they want that. Or you're jealous of someone. I'm not really sure in that regard. I feel like those are two types of people watching. There's someone watching who is jealous of someone with a mate, and then there's someone else watching who someone is jealous of you. You need to be discerning of your mate as well. Um, Take the blindfolds off and actually see what it is that's going on in your house. Um, Someone wants you broke down and poor. Someone is, and I feel like some of you don't even know that you're in a secret competition with these people. Some of you don't even know that you're being hated on. Um, there, you are being sent so much negative energy that it is coming through in your dreams. Not solely because these people are sending you negative energy, but yes, also because it's a lot of different things. You're changing, you're morphing, you're glowing, you're growing. That beautiful, bright rainbow light that I was talking about, that's you. So your dreams are weird right now. But at the same time, there's so much going on, and it's also because you are having these weird dreams because someone is, sending you some energy or thinking negatively about you. Someone you're trying to help someone, and some of you are trying to help someone. Some of you are trying to mentor others, and they want to hear absolutely nothing that you have to say. They feel like you don't know what's going on. Maybe they feel like you're too old or you're too young, or the fact that you're single, or you don't know what it is that you're talking about. They feel someone is here is attached to someone who feels like you want them unhappy when actually it's the other way around. They want to be the one that's happy. They want to be the one to give the guiding advice. Meanwhile, you're just standing back pure of heart, wanting this person to succeed, wanting these people to succeed. It's like you want everybody happy. And they are particularly going to be angry at a new beginning that's coming your way. There's some type of blessing that you're about to get that people are really gonna be pissed about, okay? And I would, with as the Reiki channel is already open, the healing channel is already open, I'm asking that you are sent protection from this, okay? There are going to be a lot of people pulling on your energy, but this is in a good and a bad way. You're going to have people pulling on you, or like sending you thoughts and all of this. Some people are going to be really proud of you, and they're going to want and need your help or advice or whatever. Um, I'm really sensing an educator here. Not solely, this message is not solely for an educator, but the educator, whoever he or she is, your energy is very strong. But somebody is going to want your advice. Somebody is going to want your product if you're like developing a product. Um, this is a certain level of fame. Even if it's a small level, it's something about someone praising you and at the same time another set of people not liking you because of the success that you've achieved for yourself. um, this is not for you to worry. There are going to be people who try to destroy you. There are going to be people who try to shut you down. There are going to be people who don't like what you're doing and who are going to try to steal from you and destroy what you have. I don't want you worried about this because that's been the way of life since the beginning of the human race. That's what humans do. We're so empty that we have to do that. That's why you need to make sure that your basket of love is always full. And you're all, no matter what these people do to you, You're still going to have you. You're still going to have your soul. You'll still be able to reproduce because your creativity is not confined to their idea of you or the might of their destruction. Your bowl of creativity is so much fuller than they are. You're always able to reproduce. These people are going to hang themselves. They really are. They're going to hang themselves. God bless them. Pray for your enemies, people. Please pray for your enemies. I know that, people may be like, I'm not praying for my enemies. I match energy. Stop matching energy. We don't have time for that. Don't match energy. Operate from a place of love and pray for your enemies because they need it. You have no idea the dark space that these people are in. And you don't need to dwell on it. Your focus is to continue to manifest the things that you need to create a happy and full life for you and the people that you are meant to help. Because that's who the children of light are. We're helpers, we're healers, we're teachers, we're people who want to see good into the world. Your job, star being, is to go out and to help other people. So you need to focus and manifest on what it is that you need so that you can use those resources to go out and help the world as you see fit. But you also need to understand that you will not be able to save everyone, and you need to pray for your enemies, leave them where they are, and continue on about the path. I feel like with this energy I could go on and on and on, but I just refuse to give in to it. You have got to operate from a place of love, continue to manifest, keep your intentions pure. I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you for tuning in, and follow your own star.